Greetings to the Shanta community. I'm so honored and privileged, and also I would like to appreciate Word for having invited me to say something about women empowerment. My name is Janet Nyoni, and I'm the program manager for People's Action Forum. I've worked in the community for 20 years now, and my main interest is just to see just a change in the community in terms of how communities can just come and own their own development, especially the women themselves. And I would also want to say something about why women empowerment programs are very important to me, even having worked in the community for many years. For me, what it means, women empowerment, it means basically to give an equal opportunity to women in terms of where she can be able to speak on what she wants, be able to advocate, be able to own, be able to make a decision, just to give an equal opportunity to a woman. And for me, having worked in the community for a long, long period of time, especially here where we are in Africa, it just means that for me, that when you empower a woman in the community, I'm talking about a community woman, is that I say that you have empowered the nation. Because a woman would always look at the affairs of her household. And I'll give an example, like here in Africa, a woman is the one who does all the work. When you go in the community, when you go in the gardens, in the farms, it's a woman that does the work. So I feel that when you empower a woman, you really empower the nation. And a woman who has been empowered will always ensure, even when she's not educated, she'll always ensure that her children are able to attend school, because she's the one who runs the home. She's the one who runs the affairs of the home. The man is not there. The man will always come late, but a woman would always ensure that her children have gone to school, would always ensure that her children have done a homework, because she's with them when they come. So I feel that empowerment of the woman really gives access to a lot of opportunities, including her children themselves. And for me, empowerment of women also means access to land. When you talk about land in Zambia, most of the land in Zambia is owned by men. Even as a married woman, you find that if they own land, it's in the name of the husband. And we've had situations in communities where when the spouse has died, when the husband has died, the woman is sent back to her relatives. And when she goes back to her relatives, most of the time she goes with her children. So it means that it already has created a very big gap. It has disadvantaged her children, not only herself. So it means that that generation will live without land because their land was grabbed away. So for me, empowerment of the women also means access to land. For me, empowerment of the woman also, for me, means also a woman having access to information, the information that she needs, the information that she leads on. I'll give an example also of reproductive health. A woman has the right to decide in Zambia or in Africa, in most of these communities, it's always a man who decides on how many children they have. At the same time, it's a woman also who has got access to contraceptives. She's the one who is supposed to do that. She's the one who is supposed to go on family planning. So when she has been empowered with information, when you empower a woman with information, she'll be able to use that information and also apply it accordingly upon her life to decide how many children she has. So for me, empowerment, women empowerment also means access to healthy facilities, access to healthy services, and also farming. When you go out in the communities, when you see, I'll give an example, like the community that we're working in Siowe. We have gardens that are owned by families. But when you go, it's a woman who works there. So for me also, empowerment of a woman also means also that a woman should be able to not only have land or access to land, but also be able to own land which she can also do the farming on her own and decide what she needs to plant. Because most of this is the woman who also does the work. The man maybe only comes in to get the cash when it's sold. So already when that money comes in, it means that a man has gotten out the money, but a woman will remain with that, with nothing, and her children will go without food. But when you empower a woman, the money that she'll get from that garden, she'll be able to buy food for her children, for her family, and also for her nation, for her community, because she'll reach out. A woman will always think about the next person. That's a woman's spirit. She'll always think about who is in her environment. When a woman goes for a funeral, she always wants to carry something because she knows that she has to help somebody out there. So for me, that is also what empowerment means. I'll also talk about climate change resilience, especially now that we are going through this climate change and so on. A woman should be empowered with information because she's the one who deals with it. When there's a disaster, it's always women who are affected. Most of the women are affected with the children. So we need to give her this information. We need to provide information to this woman who will be able to know what she's supposed to do, to know how she can deal with issues of climate change. So for me, all that includes what women empowerment is. So in these programs, I'll also talk about funding. It's very, very important that we increase funding on women empowerment programs, because as I said, that when you empower a woman, you empower the nation. So when we increase these programs for women, it means that we're empowering more women in our communities who are going to bring change, and also in food security, and not only food security, but also it will be sustainable, because she is always conscious on what she'll eat tomorrow, what her family will eat tomorrow. And even her spending is very economical because she knows that tomorrow she needs to provide for her children. So I feel that there's need that we increase programs on women empowerment, we increase funding on women empowerment programs, because then we are empowering the nation. We are empowering our communities. We are empowering the community. It is very, very important because women are the custodians. We run the homes. Thank you.